Hello! Welcome to JS Woodcraft. I'm John, and this video is part of a series in which I will be imparting little tiny poo-nugs of information into your brain. These will be simple tricks answering commonly asked questions about how to make stuff. In this video, I will show you how to find the angle of the miter that you want to cut for any closed polygon shape, be it a square, a hexagon, a triangle, an octagon, literally any equal-sided gon you can think of. This will work with any shape. Let's get started. Let's start with what we know. We know a square is composed of 4 right angles with equal sides. We also know that the miter cut on a square is 45 degrees. Learning why that is will help you easily figure out in a matter of seconds any angle cut for any shape. We'll come back to that in a second. First, let's build a simple square just to demonstrate how it's constructed so we don't have to come back to it on every single shape. We'll start by setting our saw to 45 degrees and cut 4 equal length pieces mitered on each side. Once we have that, it's over to the desk where we can assemble these. You don't need any fancy joinery for this project. A little Titebond 3 wood glue will be sufficient. Start by laying out your pieces in a row. Make sure the ends are butted up against each other and use masking tape to join the pieces on the outside edge. Flip it over and apply your glue to every mitered surface. The masking tape keeps the pieces in place while your glue sets and makes keeping everything even much easier. This next part's not necessary, but to get a better bond and make sure your edges are tight and even, you can also use a ratchet strap to help push the pieces together. I got this ratcheting band clamp at Harbor Freight for $7. Okay, now that we know how to assemble a shape, let's get to why you're really here. Figuring out what angle your miter needs to be for any given shape. When looking at our square, we see it has 4 right angles. That's 4 90-degree angles, which add up to a total of 360 degrees. 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90, 360. The sum of every angle on your shape will always equal 360 degrees. So, working backwards from what we know, when we look at that square, we see that the total, 360, divided by the number of sides, will leave us with the value of one of the angles. Now, how do we know what our mitered angle will be? Simply divide that number by 2, and we have 45. I know I'm talking kind of fast and it sounds complicated, but let me show you how easy it really is. Let's follow this formula again, and this time let's build a hexagon. Following the same rule, we'll take that 360, divide it by the number of sides in a hexagon, which is 5, and that will give us 72. 72 degrees is the angle we want when we put 2 pieces together after mitering them. So we need to divide 72 by 2, and we'll have our miter, which is 36 degrees. This is just a quick side note, and if this is too confusing, ignore it. I'll do another video on this later. But something to keep in mind is when you're setting your saw up, the angle of your saw is not necessarily the angle that's going to be on your workpiece. The angle of your saw is the angle of the piece you're cutting off. The angle that is left on your workpiece will be 36 degrees, and the angle of your saw will be 54 degrees. Is that too much? We'll come back to that in a different video. Moving forward, as I said, this will work with any shape. So now let's try an octagon. 360 divided by 8 equals 45. 45 divided by 2 equals 22.5. 22.5 is the angle we wish to cut. Triangles can be tricky, so this rule only applies in this specific way to an equilateral triangle, where all sides are the same length, as with the other shapes. 360 divided by 3 equals 120. 120 divided by 2 equals 60. So we'll cut the miters to 60 degrees. It's really that simple. All you need to remember is 360 divided by the number of sides on your piece divided by 2. And that will work every single time when you have an equal-sided shape. Doesn't matter how many sides you have. Let's do 10. 360 divided by 10 is 36. 36 divided by 2 is 18. See, you don't have to be good at math to figure this stuff out. So in that example, you'd have a 10-sided piece, whatever that may be called, and your mitered angles would be 18 degrees. All right, guys, that'll do it for this video. I hope this was helpful. If it was and you enjoyed this, please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe so that you don't miss anything. And My next video I will be doing a giveaway in, so if you're subscribed, you'll be sure to catch that, and you have a chance of winning this piece I will be making. It's going to be pretty cool. And if you guys have been playing with angles recently, or you've built something cool that you want to share, you need some kudos on, follow me over on Instagram, tag me in your post, and I will be happy to share it on this channel. I'm more than happy to support you guys. Hopefully you can support me back. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, informative, and you can take this knowledge with you. Truly appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.